Hello, my name is Jen Higginbotham, and I'm with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Planning Organization. We've been working on a regional pedestrian plan that I'm really excited to share with you. The plan will be available for public comment from January 6th to January 22nd, and we will have a live online event on January 15th to answer some of your questions. We are creating the Regional Pedestrian Plan as a resource that communities can use in their own local pedestrian planning activities. In this video, I want to share with you the area prioritization process, which is the data-driven process that we use to help us decide which areas of the region have the most need for adding sidewalks and side paths. The result of this process, a map that you'll see later in this video, is intended to be a tool that the local communities can use when they're trying to make decisions. For this part of the project, we started with a public survey in May and June of 2019. We asked people to rank 5 criteria in order of which items should be most important when we're deciding which areas should have priority for sidewalk and pathway construction. We also asked a project steering committee for their thoughts, and also the Indianapolis Regional Transportation Council, which is a committee of leaders representing over 35 cities, towns, and counties in central Indiana. As a result, we ended up with the 5 criteria being ranked in the following order: pedestrian safety, equity, wellness, pedestrian demand, and walking comfort. Pedestrian safety considers documented crash sites between vehicles and pedestrians, and also how wide traffic lanes are, because in many cases, wider lanes mean faster cars and possibly more pedestrian crashes. Equity means prioritizing areas where people would gain the most benefit from something. In this case, it means identifying areas where people are more likely to walk because there are a lot of older and younger people, meaning people who can't or don't drive, and also includes areas with more people who are low income, minority, or where households are least likely to own cars. All of this information comes from the census. The wellness criteria is about access to places that can improve your physical or mental health, like parks, recreation areas, and healthcare facilities. Pedestrian demand means putting sidewalks and pathways in places where people want to go, making them more likely to be used. And finally, walking comfort looks at how wide the road is, how much traffic it has, and how fast the traffic moves, which can all contribute to how comfortable a person feels using a sidewalk or path on that roadway. We then took that information and created what we call the composite map. We divided central Indiana into hundreds of squares, all the same size. Then, to make the map, we overlaid the data that we collected and assigned priorities within that data based on the criteria feedback we gathered from the public and others. We used special mapping programs to create that final composite map. The squares in the map are different colors, and the colors represent how important that square is for sidewalk investments. Tier 1, or areas that are the highest priority, are red. Tiers 2 through 4 are orange, yellow, and light green. Tier 5, which is the lowest priority, is dark green. Next, we look at all of the major roads in the region and put lines on the map where the sidewalks and side paths don't exist. We did not look at interstates or very small neighborhood streets. We call this map of lines the gap network because it shows where there are gaps in the sidewalk network. We compared those lines to the composite map and assigned each line, or gap, a score according to the tier of the squares it touches. In the gap network map, there are no Tier 1 lines, which would be red, because there were so few Tier 1 squares, and those squares don't have any missing sidewalks. There are also no Tier 5 lines, because there were so few of those squares also. We've shown you here the gap network map, but if you'd like to explore it more on your own, you can click on the link on the screen and check it out for yourself. Once you go to the map, there will be instructions for how you can provide feedback on this mapping tool. Please keep in mind that this map was created using regional preferences for sidewalk investment. This may not reflect exactly your own community's local preferences for where sidewalks and pathways should be built, and that's okay. This mapping tool is intended to be used as a resource that local planners and engineers can refer to if they'd like to know what regional preferences look like when applied to their own communities. Thanks for watching this video to learn more about the plan. Other videos in this series describe the vision, goals, and other recommendations of the Regional Pedestrian Plan, so check them out for more information. And please visit the project website to review and provide feedback on the entire draft Regional Pedestrian Plan between January 6th and January 22nd, 2020. We look forward to hearing from you.